Hey, at Loc-Doc Security, our mission is to help you protect your people and your property, and we're doing that by trying to answer some commonly asked questions, things that we run into with our customers on a regular basis. Now, Eric is with me today. Eric, I've heard of range anxiety for people that drive electric vehicles, somebody that just gets really anxious over how much range that they can get. Have you heard of restroom anxiety?
No, that specific term's new to me.
Well, we just made it up on the conversation today. But restroom anxiety, just kind of being in a public restroom and not being quite sure if the door is locked or not.
Yep, exactly. So obviously, you go in the bathroom, you shut the door behind you, and immediately someone starts to jiggle on the handle, right?
Yep.
You kind of get that kind of a raise, and you kind of get nervous. Yeah, like, oh no, So this is called an occupancy indicator.
Yeah.
So basically, when I throw the deadbolt from the inside, and when I throw the latch from the inside, it's going to turn red to let people on the outside know that it's occupied.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is really cool, so that there's a visual indication on the outside. I can walk up, exactly see if it's locked or not. The traditional method, there's no markings whatsoever. There's no identifier whatsoever. So you go up and you pull on the handle, it's locked, then you're just kind of awkward and you don't really know exactly what to do and you just wander away. And that could be there's other places besides the restroom, but other places that can happen as well.
So we're seeing a lot of these being installed in medical facilities, like you said, single occupancy restrooms, as well as like dressing rooms and mother's rooms. So it's something we're seeing more and more of in different types of spaces.
Both of those places can be rather embarrassing on both sides of the door if it's unintentionally walked through.
Yeah.
But there's another cool factor with these types of locks that you've got here that not only show the indication on the outside for somebody that's pulling on the door, but for the person on the inside as well.
Yep, so there's no question what it looks like from the outside because it's giving you the same view from the inside.
So on the inside of this one, you also have, it shows that it's locked or unlocked. On the outside is showing that it's vacant or occupied.
Exactly. It's just going to give the user a little bit of a better sense of security while the room's in use, while they're in there.
So you've got a lot of good applications for it. You said single occupancy restrooms, dressing rooms, a big factor, right? You go in there, you're not quite sure if it's locked or not, but now you have visual clarification that it's locked. Mother's rooms. What are some other places that this might be applicable?
So actually, a lot of medical facilities, I think I mentioned that, a lot of medical facilities.
Like an exam room
rooms,
or something like that?
Yeah, exactly. So, you go into old doctor's offices and sometimes they'll have the flags on the top of the door at the frame. So this would kind of take that place because, you can be able to see, hey, there's someone in this room, it's been locked from the inside, and you can tell that they're in there.
I think the big thing is occupancy indicators have been around for a long time. The addition of the visual indication on the inside is actually something that's newer, and that's something that gives you the confidence on the inside, on the other side of the door, as well as the outside, so you're hitting two birds with one stone. But the big factor is that not a lot of places actually implement this, so to add that above your standard lock on your restroom door or your mother's room door or dressing room is a pretty easy addition.
Yeah, exactly. And the benefits actually go further than just for the people who are using it, Property managers and everything can see a benefit because basically if I walk up to a door and I see this big red indicator that says locked, I'm not even going to bother pulling on it most likely because it says right there that it's occupied. I'm not going to scare that person. And in turn, actually, we're seeing door hardware and the doors actually last longer. So it lengthens the life of the hardware in the door because people are, pulling on it less and wearing it out less.
Well, something else that I hadn't thought about before, once you change this over to this style of lock or something like this that is connected together. So whenever I leave this as an individual leaving it, I pull the handle down, it automatically unlocks it and changes it back to vacant. On here, the only way that I can get out of the door is to unlock it and then let the door shut back behind me. There is no way to lock it back on the outside. One of the other things I would imagine is it prevents people from accidentally leaving the door locked behind them.
Exactly. Yep. There's no physical way to do that, right? Because in order to leave the door, you have to retract the latch.
There you go. All right, cool. Well, a couple of interesting factors there on occupancy indicators and ways that you can know if the door is locked or unlocked on both sides of the door. If you want to find out more, you can do that by reading the information listed below. There's tons of information down there that you can dig into. And if you would like to find out maybe if this application would work for your particular door, well, feel free to reach out to us by clicking on the link below, and we'll be happy to come out and connect with you and answer any questions that you have. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.